3 cabins, 2 heads, Flybridge obviously, but shaft drive, twin shafts, bow and stern thruster. Ladies and gents, this is the Sunseeker 55 Manhattan, the first Sunseeker I've brought to the channel, and welcome to Singapore. We're in a cool little, social spot here in Singapore. It's an island. What's this island called again? I kept traveling so much. St. John's. I think it's called St. John's Island. You can jump in the comments if I've forgotten. There's a turtle sanctuary just over there, and just the channel is full of ships. It's a fascinating place. It's really, really enjoyable to come and see all the activity, how our modern world works, just displayed right in front of you. Anyway, this is going to be the very, very detailed tour, and at the end of this video, if you're interested in this boat, we're going to be going for a test drive. We are going to run the boat right up to full speed. We're going to talk about the fuel flow and the sensation, and I'll tell you right now, this is going to be one of the best boats in this category that I've brought to the channel. I've had 2 full days of testing, so it's given me a really good feel for the quality that I've just experienced. Many of you have been talking to me in the comments to come and test a Sunseeker, and I just hadn't done it, but now I have, and I can say it's great. So let's just start up the top here, and we'll make our way around. This bimini, you can actually option a hard top up here, but you're going to have less area to give you sun protection. So perhaps this bimini, for many of you in hot climates here and in Australia and elsewhere, you might appreciate this a little bit more because it gives you a lot of surface area of the sun protection. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't shake around. I did 30 plus knots today, and it's solid as it's built really, really well. It's got lots of protection from sideways movement. I was impressed. If you want to fold it back, it's got these 2 little spots here, and it obviously takes the support, so that's good. We've got our radar mast out the back here. We've got the little area to mount aerials, all that sort of stuff there. But in terms of the space we have here in the Flybridge, it's plenty. You can get a whole family seated around this table here. This is a teak table which folds out and doubles in size. Just there, very, very well built. Just come in close and have a look at the leg just here, Mitch. How good's that? This thing ain't going nowhere. You could definitely use this as something to support yourself in a seaway. It feels solid. It feels really, really good. Around here, we've got the courtesy lights. We've got the speakers. We have storage underneath these seats, so they're a good place to put the covers. And under here, that's often a good place to put shoes and bits and pieces. You can see we've got an EPIRB in there. And just come around here and check out this entertainment station. So this one actually has ice maker and fridge just in there. And then up on top, you've got the sink here. And this one, can we option to put a hot plate up here? Yes, we can. So that's going to be an electric hot plate off the Barbie. And that's your ice maker control just there. But everything is very, very well constructed. This is a sweat towel, by the way. It's that hot. It's 8:30 in the morning and it's stinking hot. Anyway, Singapore. But all of these fixtures and fittings are excellent, and just the quality everywhere I look on this boat, all the teak, everything has been beautifully well done. All the lines are matching. The sicker is great. I'm very impressed. More storage around here, comfortable place. The foam, really, really good on your bum. Nice backrest, area to lean. A good amount of wind over the decks at speed. So yes, consider that. If you're in a colder climate, we do have a lower driving station, so you can get out of it. And then we've got this sunshade area. Just be careful of the supports for the bimini when you're moving around. But this would also be a nice place to come and enjoy yourself. Come and have a look, Mitch, just so you guys can get a feel, because you've even got this backrest over here, which would be nice because see where I am, I don't think I'm even going to interfere with the driver's visibility if I was just sitting doing this in the Mediterranean or here in the tropics underway with the wind over the decks. It's going to be quite pleasant. So that's cool. And then our Flybridge helm station, really, really nice. You can obviously see that in more detail in the test drive. You could drive from the seated position. You've got the flip up bolster like so. Increase your visibility just here. You can see over the side, so come in and have a look, see what I see, guys. So from here, I got really good viz down the starboard side of the boat, and I can see aft, see there? And I can also see down through the stairs, so I can see the back platform if I'm parking the boat from up here. I got Lenco trim tabs. I got variable speed, electric bow and stern thrusters on this one, so I can hold the boat at different pressures in terms of operating the thrusters themselves. I got VHF, I got digital diagnostics for the Volvos, I got twin SIM rads, I got phone charging and phone holder just in there. They're great. I got a whole bunch of boat systems, all the essential stuff. I can operate the anchor from up here and the horn, and I've got my SIMRAD autopilot just there. One drink holder. Where's it? Needs a second drink holder. Is there a second one? No, it's not. Okay, it needs two. I think it needs. You could just put one of those sticky ones maybe. I don't know how to think about that. Compass just here, and we've got a small. Does this go up and down? Does this go up and down, Mitch? Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so that gives you a little bit of wind protection, and then you can open it right up on the hot days. That's nice. But look, just look at the quality of the wheel. Even the Sunseeker logo stays level, so it's one of those weighted fancy ones. They are really going to the extra level of detail when you look around this boat. Another thing, I've had to take the covers off on and off a couple of times. We got caught in a big thunderstorm, and the material that they're using for the covers is top notch. It's got felt in all the right places, so it's not going to rub on the corners of the cushions. The press studs that they've used are the top quality press studs. There's little things that you notice when you've had a couple of boats. I'm noticing right now on this Sunseeker. So I'm going to leave those doors closed because I want the air conditioning to do its thing. I'm strategically filming the top sides today so we can go and enjoy the air conditioning soon. But just enjoy this space first. Just get a load of this. You can open that up if you need extra access. You've got space for 4 people here. You can still do a picnic with 4 people, I would say. We could do director's chairs, and you can definitely store the director's chairs because we have an optional crew cabin, but it's a fantastic storage and toy storage space on this boat, which we're going to get to in a second. So there is some storage underneath here. Courtesy lights, we're on the teak. Engine access is through there. We're going to do that at the end of the video. And just come and have a look at this. Look at the quality of the fuel shutoffs. You know, it's not just, this is an area that you wouldn't ordinarily be looking at, but the attention to detail that's been placed into a part of the boat that people wouldn't normally look at, it's very nice, and I'm noticing. So this is just a rope locker, just to stow your lines. Got an aft cleat here, and this is going to pull you into the dock for med-style mooring. Look at the kid and doggy door. How does this one operate? Is it just, so I pull it up? What do I do? Just pull it. Oh wow, it's so strong. Jeez. Okay, great, fantastic, well done. So that's cool. Come down and have a look here. We actually, I'll have to cut some B-roll. This is a super fancy shower. So that opens up to a shower. Then we have an aft-facing seat, a little fold-down Barbie station. We've obviously got the Williams turbojet. This is a 285. On the back here, there's a drop-down platform. We do our shore power in on the starboard side, and we've got our hot and cold pull-out shower just here. And then we also have smaller cleats. These would be for hanging fenders. I wouldn't tie the boat up on those. And then come around to the port side, because if you option it with the wing station, so you can do throttles and thrusters from here, that's where they would be. Lighting, extra fusion control, mount your boat hook. That's your rope locker just there, but this is what I wanted to show you. So you just press this button, that unlocks it. Come in, have a look at this. It's an awesome toy equipment fender. Obviously we've been from a boat show, so you can just store so much stuff. The one thing I want to point out to you guys though, I don't think it's an issue on this one. I'll put the light on. So this is the light. There's some heat emanating off this light. It wasn't enough to cause a problem, but I want you to be careful on all boats. Don't lean things up against lights and then leave a light on. I was conscious of that, so I turned it off, because if it wasn't an LED light and it was presenting heat and then you put something combustible up next to it, you could get yourself into a bit of a drama. I'm not sure if the insurance man would let you off on that situation. So just be careful. I checked it. It was only a moderate amount of heat. Wasn't going to cause a fire, but I was just aware of it. So that is your swim ladder just there. It just pops out of the port side. So yes, you do have to go to the starboard side to wash yourself off. Not the end of the world. And then we've got these beautiful courtesy lights wrapped in stainless as we make our way up through the boat. everything. Just look at the Sunseeker logo just in here. The attention to detail is on par with what I saw and often see at Riviera Yachts in Australia, which I said this in the test drive video, I consider to be one of the best boat builders I've brought to the channel. So come forward. So if you're dodgy on your feet, just pay attention. This part of the boat, not a lot to hang on to. You actually would have to reach up here, but once you're here, it's okay, and you can use this ledge. There's a little bit of a ledge here that provides a grab hold. We do have a Seakeeper gyro. I know they weren't on all the boats back only even 5 years ago, but I would suggest that they're going to improve your life so much so they are worth the money these days. They're just fantastic. We have a lot of ships going past us at seriously fun speeds today. So we saw how about that cargo car carrier we saw earlier? It was ripping around the corner. He was driving like a speedboat. He was easily doing 16 knots, maybe more, just did a hard turn, kicking off some wash. So this Seakeeper gyro is making our day really, really comfortable, and it will for you if you're on any open waterway with other boats going past. It's as simple as that. So I've got some storage underneath here. This is a high-low table, so there is a cushion that goes over the top of it. I've got a speakers control just here, so little fusion control, drink holders on either side. You can obviously see windscreen wipers behind me. I've got natural ventilation into the cabin below, courtesy lights, and I've also got speakers there. But is there an infill? Is there an infill? Because this ledge carries on. Oh, no, it wouldn't because the speaker's there. So I think this is going to have the infill. So that's going to be the size of the Sun Lounge, and I mentioned there's storage underneath. So let's just have a look here. You can operate the anchor from the helm, but you've also got the buttons just here. That's your claw safety just there, which just goes in like so. And then you've also got a double safety, which we've got open because we had to lower the anchor. And then have a look at your anchor locker. You can definitely store a few fenders in there, and you can just loop the fender lines around this. You've got your trip for your winch just there. You've just got your handle for the clutch and a few spares. Very, very nicely finished. Once again, I'm impressed. And I've got a dam in here for any mud coming up on the anchor, which would allow me to wash it. And that looks like a plug-in for an anchor wash down. I think it is. And then I could wash this area, send it out over the bow, and try not to get the decks dirty. You can have teak all the way up here, but we tend to avoid that. Tropical climates, Australia is the same thing. Nice how they've done all the stainless up here too. It's super strong. I don't mind putting weight on it. And then you've got the bow flag for the Sunseeker. That looks very cool. All right, let's go down the starboard side. Waist out just here. Midship cleats just here. And this is fine for holding on. And this is the area that I was suggesting. Just be careful. So you might just want to reach under here and go there if you're in a seaway and you don't have the stabilizer on. So that's all pretty good. Very nice. Let's, oh, I forgot to point out, this is where your day starts, by the way, guys. Super easy. Engine batteries, house batteries, ship to shore. So very, very simple. And then you just go in and it's got an electric display at the dash that allows you to just fire the boat up and get started. It's quite a simple process. Let's check out the interior. Okay, so the quality of these doors is the first thing that strikes you. That pins up just there. Focus your attention on this button here. How cool is this, guys? So you can immediately transform this space and it gets a little bit better. I'm not going to do this for too long because it's hot, but boom, here we are. Just come and soak up this vibe a little bit. We've got our serving space, full flow through, got the aft galley. I'm going to go through that in detail in a second. Very, very nice. The only thing I'm not sure about is these corners. A little bit sharp in a seaway. Apart from that, the first thing that strikes you is these timber offset against the lighter finishes. It feels quite open, but it feels really luxurious. I think this is a eucalyptus and a light or a white oak. I think that's what they call it. Quite nice. Offset against this Korean stony look. Pleasant, and it's not overdone. So I'll start at the starboard side and work my way around. You could put a few bits and pieces in here, but you've got storage all the way through. You've got another space to put things here. These are actually fridges. So we saw our fridge and ice maker upstairs, but then we've got two quite decent fridges just here and here. And then we also have a wine chiller just on this side, just there. So that's pretty handy. And then you come in, you've actually got quite a bit of pantry space. That's quite deep, and 3 shelves just there. And you've got the Corian just here, so you can use this to put things from the galley over to this space. We do have drop-down blinds all the way around the boat, I just want to add. Now these drawers just over here, there's lots of detail. Check that out. How lovely is that? And I did notice they weren't rattling as we bash through some waves, so that's kind of handy. Nice to see them all on soft closes. And then over here, we've got all our glassware. Beautifully laid out, mirror backed, and then space for some of your own details just in there. We've got 4-burner Millet stove just here. This thing that sucks the air is just above it, and that's an oven, and you could probably put some pots and pans below. So these ones above are storage. So you've got your coffee cups. I don't even know what that is. And then we've got another one here. Actually, can someone tell me, is this a teapot or is it for gravy? Like Mitch and I, we were actually not too sure. Is that like an English teapot, or is that for gravy, or is it for something else that we haven't thought of? Actually, look at all these catches. Metal, high quality, not plastic, cheap ones. I've noted them all the way around the boat. Again, it's just leading me to someone is spending a lot more money on putting this boat together. So we've got a twin stainless steel deep sink just here, and you can get a load of that. And these Corian pieces lift out. That one's got these drains here, so you can put some things up here to dry. You can option the galley with a dishwasher. I'm not sure where they put it, so it's going to be somewhere in here. But you've got a single bin, no recycling, so maybe you'd have to put that behind the bin just here. And then you've got 3 more shelves just in here. Nicely done. Easy to work around the galley, somewhere to hold on to. If you've got the stabilizer, it's not going to rock. Lots of headroom, more when we make our way forward. Pretty nice. I'm actually going to close this because there's a lot of heat and we want to enjoy the air conditioning. So I'll just do that and that. This is the beauty of good quality doors. Boom, done. Okay, so let's make our way forward. We've got a little bit of storage in there. This button just here is for the TV that pops up and down on the starboard side. And these are the blinds. They actually use this little string here, and you pull it and that lowers the blind, and then it will also operate it. It's Venetian blinds, open and close. They do that design so you don't have strings hanging down, which could become a risk for small children from choking. So that's quite thoughtful of them. Let's get a vibe of this space just here. Oh, super soft and comfy. Lots of space here. Good table. We've got some stainless steel inserts. It's good to see them rounding off the edges here, unlike in the galley, so no one's going to hurt themselves. And pretty fancy legs. This one looks fixed. And I did note that there was storage underneath these, so you can actually lift these up and get in there and store life jackets and other bits and pieces. I saw the same thing over here on the starboard side. Then this boat's got air conditioning in all the cabins, so I saw some piping underneath the port side just there. So here's a good space to throw lots of handbags, electronics, bits and pieces that are not being used. You do have 2 charging points, 240 volt on the port side, so you can leave cameras and electronics on charge in there. And then we've got our lower helm station where we already came up 2 stairs to enter this part of the boat from the galley. And then we go 1 more stair up, which I like because it gives me good visibility forward, being raised like that. You can see your footrest just here with the stainless steel inserts. And then the lower helm is very well laid out and a pleasure to drive, I might add. Come around the corner and have a look here, Mitch. You can see our Seakeeper control just there, air conditioning just here. We've got the VHF got your throttle set back in a comfortable position. Lenco immediately forward, logical place to have it. Stern and bow thruster, engine diagnostics, ignition, start, stop, autopilot. This is our whole boat control system. So you just press this and it can take you through lighting, systems, power, control. It's very user friendly. But then some of the things that you're going to use or need to use more readily, like the anchor up and down, are on buttons, and the electric window just there, so you can reach out and see how hot it is outside. It's very hot, so we're going to leave that closed. This is, I guess it's for an, I don't know, is it iPad? Yeah, so you've got an iPad here, and this is your phone charging and phone holder. We've got our twin SIMRAD displays. These are air conditioning vents, which work very, very well. 2 drink holders. Good to see 2 down here, because I only saw 1 upstairs. And, oh, I got USB-C and USB-A chargers, so we can do more charging here. And I got vents on the window, compass just there. And we've got nice quality flip-up bolster on this seat. It's not a twin flip-up bolster, but it's very well done. So that's not going to cause any issues just there. Just seeing if there's anything underneath here. Does that open? I don't think it does. Let's have a look down here. Got light switches. What's this button, Mitch? Oh, does that do this? Oh, that does the... Ah, I was wondering what you were pointing at. Okay, so that does the seat forward and aft. So let's go all the way aft. Let's see how much space you big blokes have. So, yeah, there's heaps of space here. So that's well done. Nice. Okay, so they've considered for the big blokes. And once again, the Sunseeker logo doesn't move when you're operating the wheel. Awesome. Let's go downstairs. So now we're going down and we're on to the carpet. The first thing that you're struck with is the high quality carpet. It's super thick, really, really soft. It's almost bouncy. It's so nice. Let's go forward into the VIP. Now I've not turned any of the lights on because I'm really struggling the last few weeks. All of these fancy lights in these modern boats seem to cause my camera to flick, and I have no idea how to stop that. So if you do, please let me know because it's quite confusing. Anyway, I've turned the lights off, but there's beautiful down lights, there's mood lights, and there's spotlights as well. And then basically come inside and let's get a feel for the interior. So starting on the port side, we've got a nice big hanging locker. We've got drawers underneath that. I like how they've done the different timbers just there. And then you've got these ledges again with the different timbers, and then lots of opening spaces for storage. As we move around, everything's opening. Same again over there on the starboard side. We've got these 2 windows. We've got insect and sun block out, and one of them is an escape hatch as well. And then on just where you are, so you come over here, Mitch, and then I'll show you guys. This one's shelves, and we actually have a TV set into the bulkhead just here. So when this space is closed, it's nice and private. I saw some rubber sealing up the doors for more sound insulation. There's no vibrations down here when you're ripping around through some waves. So you come over here, Mitch, and because this is the VIP, you have private access to your own head, but this is also the day head. So just pay attention to that. So if you're in here, you may need to lock this door if there's lots of people using the toilet, but you've got lots of space in this head and your own separate stand-up shower with a glass shower door, very high quality stainless steel fittings. It just feels solid. I'll get in there for perspective. You've got a rain head shower up here. I've got a couple of down lights. I've got this other little hand shower thing. Can't remember the name of that. And then lots of space, storage spaces, which haven't been wasted. So I've got, I think, a charging point in there. Nice vanity, some soaps. Your toilet roll holder goes in here. That one opens as well. Very well done. And then simple button operation for people who don't know boats. So that's kind of cool. So let's go through this door. Let's check out the kiddies cabin. So I don't know if there's an insert for the middle here. I haven't found one, so I don't think it's the case, but we've got 2 decent singles. I'll just put my feet here. Oh. It's kind of comfy. Check out the view, see what you can see out the windows. It's always nice to wake up in the morning and see nice views. That's what it's all about when you go boating. So that's cool. I got some more storage just above me here. I've got a decent amount of hanging space just there. I got a smaller flat screen for the kids. This is actually the light operation. You do all the different mood settings, down lights, etc. I got the AC just there. I've even got a little storage space in between the two beds there, and then I've got some fancy lights up on the bulkhead, and I like the textures that you see on the main bulkhead there. So let's go down into the master, going down a couple of stairs. Lots of head height, because they've considered the head height as you move your way up and down these stairs. The roof moves to match it. But let's just get a vibe. Oh, have a look out that window. Show everyone all the ships. It's kind of cool. I know you're supposed to go to tropical islands and look at beaches, but it's kind of fascinating to see all the activity going on here in Singapore, all our containers and our oil and all that good stuff that we need. Anyway, this is your own little vanity area. You've got 2 seats here. I guess this is where the girls do the makeup. I haven't found one of those lift up makeup-y things that I see on some of the boats. I don't know if that's important. Message me if you think it is. This is a drawer in here next to the bed. We've got charging just there, lights operation, reading lights. These lights go up and down just here. And then we've got more storage underneath. Also just here, so come around and have a look at this. So that's shallow storage, possibly good for books and those sorts of things. This is the biggest TV in the boat, and that's just set back in there, so it's flush with the timber here. You've just got this space here to put a few things as well. You've got more storage in there. That's magnetic door stoppers, and I'll just show you on the port side. This seems like the logical place to store all your clothes because we've got lots of these drawers, 4 of these. I like how they've done this open space, so you could possibly just take things like this and chuck them in there when you want to go to bed. Then we've got these bigger storage spaces in here, and then a lot of workable, usable space on top, which is wrapped in leather, which seems pretty logical as well. Opening ports, decent sized ones on either side as well for natural ventilation, and of course your own head and shower. It's actually a tiny bit smaller than the day head. Probably logical because it's only going to be used by you, but your shower is a decent size, and it feels like corian. Is this corian? Jump in the comments if you know what it is, but it feels really good. A lot of these shower stalls that I go into are like a plasticky material. This does not appear to be, so I think it's corian. It's going to be pretty heavy if it is. Timber, nice vanity, more storage. This is just, it just oozes. Everywhere you look, it oozes this thing's going to last a long time. Like, you get a feel for boats when they squeak and creak and crone, or they don't. This one doesn't appear to be doing that. Come on out the back and let's keep going. Come with me down in the engine space, guys. It's quite an impressive compartment. Almost stand-up headroom throughout. As you can see, the engines are on straight shafts. Shafts are just protected by those panels there. You've got the exhaust, 2 fuel tanks, one on either side. You've got all of your fuses, manual fusing, switches, I should say, which are easily accessible and all marked in English. Good to see. And hot water tank, I would say, just there on the port side. That's the other fuel tank. We've got our Seakeeper on the center line. Cummins just there. More power. Just can look back aft here. The hydraulics, obviously you've got the crew quarters or equipment room. Bulkhead just there, lots of insulation. This is the genset outlet. You can see various other drains. Just super, super neat, guys. Very, very well done. I love it how all the wiring looms, all the wires have been boxed up and sent forward and aft. You know, just everything's tidy. So good to see. Fireboy system just there on the center line, and this neat ladder to get in and out. Lovely. Can we do any... Oh, looks like this panel here is either removable, I think, just in here, if you needed to do major servicing. I don't know, I guess you might have to take the sticker out of the teak. Let's just have a look up on deck. Oh yeah, look, just here. Follow that line, boom, boom, and you just have to dig up the sticker here. If you ever had to do major servicing, it's possible without destroying the boat. Excellent. So this could be you guys. I think if the attention or the focus is finding a vessel that's going to last for a long time, looking for the best quality vessel you can find to do some serious boating and hang on to it for a bit, and also if you are focused on maximizing your resale, I believe that's where this Sunseeker is going to shine, basically, from what I've learnt the last 2 days. It's such a strong brand. This factory's been around for about 50 years. I've not been to the factory, but I'm gonna take up the opportunity to do that. There's a jet. Oh, look at the plane. Cool. There's so many military aircraft flying around Singapore. It's really enjoyable. We had a couple of F-15s zipping around yesterday, quite low. One of them with his undercarriage down. Didn't even look like he was going into land. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to take up the opportunity and check out this factory if I am invited, because there's some interesting stuff going on here. I just wasn't paying enough attention to Sunseeker. Now they're on my radar. I believe they should be on yours too. I know they've been on many Aussies' radars because there's probably about 400 of them in the country already. Very, very nice boat. If you want to see how it drives, we've just done that. It's a really, really lovely thing to helm from the Flybridge and the lower helm station. Click on the link coming up on your screen right now and join us in beautiful Singapore for a spin. See you soon. You got to decide on whether the styling suits you, whether the brand's something that you feel a connection with, and whether the design works with your mission. It's always the case. You know, what's your mission? How are you going to use the boat? What was your last boat? You know, do you want a side opening door at the lower helm or not? Do you find this an easy enough boat to operate or not? Is this layout going to suit you?